Video game streaming services coming soon. Will we be getting a new gaming stream service in 2019? Let's go ahead and jump right into it. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? MonkeyFlop here, and welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to talk about Verizon Gaming and, well, the future of gaming, and I wanted to get you guys' opinions on this. So I usually don't ask for it, but if we could probably hit at least 100 likes on this video, that would be absolutely amazing. Remember, comments do help out tremendously. I want you guys to participate in this video conversation because it's a big topic, and I want to know your guys' thoughts and opinions about it. We are first going to be talking about Verizon Gaming and what's in store for, video game streaming services in the future, and then we're going to go into my opinions and, is this going to be the future? What is going to happen to physical games as we know it? Well, let's start off with the news that, according to The Verge, Verizon is launching a gaming stream service called Verizon Gaming. The platform is reportedly being in alpha already, being tested on NVIDIA Shield devices, and then in the future it's going to be rolled out on Android smartphones, tablets, and much, much more. It'll support Xbox One controllers paired wirelessly with the Shield or other Android devices, apparently. And reports are saying that more than 135 games are currently up and running with the current testing phase, including Fortnite, Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War, Battlefield 5, and many others. The current testing period is focused on making the experience as smooth as possible, reports say. Now, I'm not going to get into too many details as to what exactly Verizon Gaming is up to. We don't know as of right now. They're still in alpha, which means they'll probably move over to beta, and then we probably won't see, honestly, Verizon Gaming come out until probably 2019 or 2020. Now, this is a big topic because more and more people and more companies are actually paying attention to video game streaming services, and more companies like EA, like Sony, like Amazon, like Microsoft, and now Verizon are all jumping on the bandwagon and investing in streaming services to be able to stream games similar to how you would stream a Netflix video. If you guys ever played PlayStation Now, then you probably already are familiar with video game streaming services, and, well, there's a lot of variables that come into play with video game streaming services, but the biggest deal breaker for me is connection. And, well, I'm pretty sure, Verizon has a really good service, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They have a good, mobile service, but how is it going to be able to run games like the likes of Red Dead Redemption 2 on and stream on a mobile device with connection speeds going up and down all the time? Like I said, Verizon's probably one of the top ones here, at least in Los Angeles. Like, when people talk about, different mobile services around here, Verizon's probably the top one. Even for internet, Verizon's the top one. But that does not stop the fact that we still have issues with lag, latency, and even, network speeds varying depending on the time of day. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see, how this theoretically all rolls out into play. But it's definitely something that a lot of video game companies are looking into, and now even Verizon, who's really not known for video games, but they're stepping into the field of video games with this video game streaming service. Now, another question that I have for you guys is, what is going to actually happen to physical games and games hardware? We have the PlayStation 4. We're looking forward to the PlayStation 5. Xbox has theirs. They're looking forward to their new Xbox. Nintendo Switch has theirs. What's going to happen to the future of gaming? One thing that I love, and maybe some of the PC master races will probably argue with me about. By the way, I do have a PC, and I actually do prefer playing on my PlayStation 4 because I don't have to run updates as much as I do on the PC. I don't have to worry about graphics cards or anything else. I turn on my PS4 and it works. And that's as simple as it is. And then there's a lot of things that I love about the PS4 that I honestly do not want to see hardware go away. Well, at least, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, I don't want to see those go away. In my personal opinion, I value physical, hardware. I value physical games. I do honestly like the fact that I'm able to access my games and play them whenever I want easily digitally, but I also like, buying the games that I absolutely love physical copy and that's for myself. And with video game streaming services going more and more into the future, what is going to happen to all of those physical games? What's going to happen to all of the physical consoles? It kind of really makes you think, doesn't it? And then what's going to happen after PlayStation 5? What's going to happen next? Are we just going to get streaming services through our TV or what? Our cell phones? What exactly does the future hold if all of these companies are investing heavily into streaming services and then, continue to push the narrative? For the longest time, video game, enthusiasts like myself and many others were 100% against digital games. And it didn't matter how much we were against digital games. These companies push digital games on us because, one, it's more convenient, it's easier for them, it's cost effective because they don't have to go out and pay for somebody to create the disc, create and put it on and ship it and do all the artwork and everything that's involved with a physical copy. There's a lot less cost to it, and there's a lot less movement for them. It's a lot easier just to upload it, upload a game, and then have it available to purchase digitally. And no matter what we said, no matter how many times we grunt and freaking raised our voices, it didn't matter because at the end of the day, here we are in 2019. And we are seeing more digital sales than ever before, which means we are moving into more of a digital era. But that's still a big concern, especially with streaming video games. I mean, it would be cool to, have a service like Netflix, which I don't honestly believe that a video game company has made a streaming service that could actually be compared to something like Netflix or Hulu. Yeah, we have PlayStation Now. PlayStation Now is great, but it is a little bit pricey for what it is and the games that they offer. With Verizon Gaming, they are saying that they're running Red Dead Redemption 2, a brand new game. Battlefield 5, a brand new game. All of these brand new games that, other streaming services aren't streaming right now. If you look at PlayStation Now, there is a lot of PlayStation 3 games. Yes, they are adding more PlayStation 4 games as they go, but the majority of games that you'll see on the PlayStation Now and a lot of other streaming services, you will see pretty much only, older titles. So it's a big concern of mine, and I wanted to bring it up because I'm like, man, oh man, what is going to happen to the future of gaming? And, I'm concerned. I'm concerned enough to see that Verizon is making a video game streaming services and, seeing other companies already involved in streaming services. I have nothing against PlayStation Now. I've tried PlayStation Now, and heck, if I didn't have a backlog of games that I needed to play, I would probably invest in, PlayStation Now to be able to play some, titles. But for me, it doesn't really work out because I have plenty of stuff to play. But for those people, that don't have too much to play or don't buy that game too many games that often, PlayStation Now is probably a viable, resource for you. But like I said, it is still a little bit overpriced, and depending on your internet connection, you could probably, it's a hit or miss for a lot of people. So basically, all I gotta say at the end of the day is that, I'm just concerned about physical games, and I'm concerned about physical consoles as well. Physical hardware is what I'm concerned about, because they try to make PlayStation TV, and with PlayStation TV, they were saying, what, you don't have to you don't have to buy any games. You could just stream the games from PlayStation Now. And they really try to push the digital sales, not just with PlayStation Now, but like digital in general. And, they've already tried it once with PlayStation TV. They dipped their feet in the water. They try to, hit the ground running. They failed. And, gamers spoke out. And we voiced our opinions. And we made our voices count, one, by not buying that piece of crap PlayStation TV. I mean, it wasn't a piece of crap for those of you guys that did own it. It wasn't that bad. But considering the fact that, PlayStation 3 was so much better, you had access to everything. You were so limited to PlayStation TV. So, I mean, I have a lot of confused opinions about this whole matter, but the bottom line is I'm concerned about physical hardware and physical games, especially moving into the future. Like I said, with the likes of Sony, Microsoft, EA, now Verizon jumping on the bandwagon of game streaming services. So, man, I'm really curious. I'm going to be reading your comments on this video throughout the day, and I'm going to try to reply to as many as I can. So, make sure you voice your opinions, not only in this video, but on social media as well, whether you agree or disagree with video game streaming services, and I'll talk a little bit more about it at a later time. But if you guys watched up until this point, hashtag flop in the comments section below. I will see you guys in the next news update. You guys are freaking awesome.